Access to me means I get to explore and define myself.
Access? That allows me to follow my passion.
For me, it means I get to do what I've always dreamed of doing, helping people.
Access to me means I'm the first one in my family to come to college. Sé el primero.
Introducing the new Onward high-performance lithium-ion personal transportation vehicle from Club Car. When it comes to style, power, and performance, look no further. The Onward HP lithium-ion exceeds expectations with impressive hill climbing performance and high-power acceleration. No other vehicle in the industry can compete. Our automotive quality, self-contained battery is protected by a corrosion-resistant and watertight steel case. This state-of-the-art battery is maintenance-free. And with an industry-leading 6-year battery warranty, you can rest easy knowing your Onward HP lithium-ion is ready when you are. Welcome to the next era of Club Car innovation.
WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber and Tree Service. At Northwest Georgia Media, we're all about capturing the moments that matter to you. From sports to arts, from concerts to business events. We're equipped to share what's happening in your world, live and in high definition. We leverage cutting-edge technology and a knowledgeable crew to see that your most unforgettable events remain just that, unforgettable.
You've got the graphics at a high level, ESPN style, scoreboard angles, instant replay, anything you would expect to see on a regular broadcast, we're getting in a high school ball game.
Their setup, you wouldn't even know that they're even in the building. You just trust that they're getting the job done.
Northwest Georgia Media, where the world is your audience.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Armuchee High School for the Region 7A-D1 Region Championship here between the Darlington Tigers and those Trion Bulldogs. And let's take a look at Trion for just a second. They're 19-6. They have an 11-1 region record. And according to Sandy Spiel, he is their number 9 ranked team in the state of Georgia for AD1. And in this series, they split the region with Darlington. They won at home and lost away, but the difference that made them the 1 seed was that they beat Armuchee in the regular season. And Trion, they hold the Region Player of the Year in Isaiah McCutcheons, and of course they hold 2 All-Region members. For the second team, they have Kinsley Turner with an honorable mention, Aubrey Hines, and then they have the Coach of the Year, Mr. Garrett Brown. And let's take a look at how they got here. They beat Dade County 55-18 in a defensive slug. And Isaiah McCutcheons had 18 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. Kinsley Turner had 12 points, 6 rebounds, 2 steals. And Aubrey Weaver finished with 10 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 steals. And now let's take a look at the Darlington Lady Tigers. They are 14-10 and hold a 10-2 region record. And they beat Darlington, they beat Trion, at home, but they lost at Trion. They may have double-digit losses, but do not let that record fool you. They have 4 All-Region members, including first team Emma Hunt and Caroline Jordan. They have second team Presley Dixon, and honorable mention goes to Audrey Abbott. This team may lack a little bit of height, but they make up for it in guard play and an extremely stingy defense. In that semifinal game against Armuchee, they held them to 1 point in the first quarter and 9 at the half. And overall, they beat Armuchee 53-30, with Caroline Jordan having 16, Mira Curley having 8, and Presley Dixon adding 7. Matt, what are you thinking about this game? This is going to be a really, really amazing game, especially with both teams splitting the region series and biggest implications. Both teams will host a state playoff game, and they will also have the 1 and 2 seeds.
Well, you know, one of the things that, just an observation here that I think is going to be critical in this game for Darlington to have success, Grayson, is the fact that when you look at the last game, it was a 53-30 victory over Armuchee to advance. They were able to hold the Indians without a field goal in the first quarter, so they have to have that kind of same level of intensity on defense and really try to set the tone on that. And Grayson, when you're able to do that, that creates opportunities for you offensively. And we know about the prowess of this Trion Lady Bulldogs basketball team. They've got several players that get to the score, and you mentioned all the all-region honors and things of that nature, so there's no doubt that Darlington's have their hands full, but I really feel like they need to be able to set the tone on the defensive side of the ball, don't you think?
Yes, sir, and especially compared to last year, they are a much improved team. And they may not have a lot of height just like Darlington, but stingy defense holding Dade County to 18 points. And they obviously have the Region Player of the Year, so they have amazing guard play. And especially since they are, of course, Sandy Spill's number 9 ranked team in the state, who is a very credible source. They are obviously a very credible team to play, and they will be dangerous come state tournament time, holding an 11-1 region record and quite possibly getting to have 2 guaranteed home court games here in the state tournament.
And certainly worth pointing out, Grayson, to your point, you're looking at a team that comes into this game talking about the Trion Lady Bulldogs riding a 9-game win streak, peaking at the right time. So this is going to be a tough team to beat, but if there's a team that is well coached enough and plays good enough defense to get out here and compete with this team, you know, I really feel like we could have a really, really nice game here in this first game. Samantha Rush does a great job with the Darlington Lady Tigers. Meanwhile, on the other side, you mentioned Coach of the Year, Garrett Brown, for the Trion Lady Bulldogs. Both well-coached teams. I think we're in for a scrap here in this first game.
Yes, sir, and we will take a break real quick, but before we take that break, we would like to honor, of course, the camera crew for mid-court cameras, Zane Nicholson and Caleb Bice, sideline cameras, Alyssa Laney and Jesse Vitello, director Mike Garrett, and of course on replay, the guru, Mr. Nathan Patterson. And then we would also like to honor the sponsors of this game, because without these sponsors, of course, we cannot get this broadcast going. We'd like to thank Mathis Trailer and Equipment, Georgia Highlands College, Snodgrass and Robinson Plastic Surgery Specialist, WC Timber, Dogwood Books, Shannon Pharmacy, and Crestview Angus. We will be back for tip-off. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you at tip-off here in around 4 minutes.
Access to me means I get to explore and define myself.
Access? That allows me to follow my passion.
For me, it means I get to do what I've always dreamed of doing, helping people.
Access to me means I'm the first one in my family to come to college. Sé el primero.
WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber and Tree Service.
Introducing the new Onward high-performance lithium-ion personal transportation vehicle from Club Car. When it comes to style, power, and performance, look no further. The Onward HP lithium-ion exceeds expectations with impressive hill climbing performance and high-power acceleration. No other vehicle in the industry can compete. Our automotive quality, self-contained battery is protected by a corrosion-resistant and watertight steel case. This state-of-the-art battery is maintenance-free. And with an industry-leading 6-year battery warranty, you can rest easy knowing your Onward HP lithium-ion is ready when you are. Welcome to the next era of club car innovation.
Crestview Angus, your source for premium, locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today. At Northwest Georgia Media, we're all about capturing the moments that matter to you. From sports to arts, from concerts to business events. We're equipped to share what's happening in your world, live and in high definition. We leverage cutting-edge technology and a knowledgeable crew to see that your most unforgettable events remain just that, unforgettable.
You've got the graphics at a high level, ESPN style, scoreboard angles, instant replay, anything you would expect to see on a regular broadcast, we're getting in a high school ball game.
Their setup, you wouldn't even know that they're even in the building. You just trust that they're getting the job done.
Northwest Georgia Media, where the world is your audience.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here right before tip-off. And right now, let's introduce the starters for both teams. For Darlington, you have number 3, Emma Hunt, number 10, Caroline Jordan, number 12, Audrey Abbott, number 14, Mia Curley, and number 22, Presley Dixon, coached by Samantha Rush. And now for the host, the Trion Bulldogs, the player of the year, number 1, Isaiah McCutcheons, number 3, Aubrey Weaver, number 10, Kinsley Turner, number 22, Aubrey Hines, and number 23, Anna Grace Brown. And of course, the coach of the year, Garrett Brown.
And I got to tell you, Grayson, one of the things that jumps off the page right away about the starting lineups about these two teams, the Trion Lady Bulldogs, every starter in their starting 5 is a senior. For the Darlington Tigers, still a really young team. They've got one starter that's a senior in the starting lineups today, 2 seniors on the team.
Yeah, I think that's been the difference of these games. Of course, Trion, they have a crazy amount of experience. 5 seniors in the starting lineup. That is critical, especially region tournament time and state playoff time. A lot of these teams that play, they make it far. You don't see a lot of underclassmen in the starting lineup. You see mostly seniors, mostly with experience, and they make it deep in the state playoffs most of the time. We are here right at tip-off.
Well, you told me one time that one of your bucket list items of going to sporting events was watching the intro at Lane Stadium at Virginia Tech with Enter Sandman. We get that here today at Armuchee School with these starting lineups. How about that?
Yeah, it's amazing. We are right here at tip-off, and the tip goes to Darlington. Hunt taking the ball to the wing. Pass it to Abbott. She dribbles. Back to Curley. Ball gets tipped. Curley gets it back. Dribble with that pivots. Hand off to Dixon. She drives. She travels from the pressure from McCutcheons.
A lot of pressure on that defense. Obviously saw number 3, Aubrey Weaver, get her hands in there, deflect the ball. So already some big intensity from Trion on the defensive end.
And Darlington, they're starting early. They're pressing quick. McCutcheons taking the ball up the timeline. Dribbles at the top of the elbow, dribbles back out. Passes it off to the wing. At the top of the key. And almost a 5-second violation there, but McCutcheons gets the ball back. Crossover, she drives. Floater is blocked by Hunt. Jordan with the rebound.
And again,
Hunt will take the ball up the floor.
And again, Grayson, we talked about, Darlington needing to set the tone on the defensive end of the floor, and boy, they get a stop there.
Dribbles baseline to Curley. She fires a three, and it's good. Early start for Darlington. They're up 3-0 with Trion taking the ball up the floor. Because of dribbles right at Abbott, and she loses it, but able to recover in the corner. And jump shot at the elbow is no good. And there'll be a foul on the floor. Looks like it will be on Audrey Abbott. And Darlington taking the ball off the floor. Curley passes it off to Dixon. She dribbles back to Hunt. Joe up the timeline, goes to the corner, passes it off to Curley. Looking down low, she has Jordan tipped out of bounds, but Curley gets it back. Abbott dribbles in, pump fake. Dixon dumps it off to Jordan. The hook, no good. But Dixon gets it back, and she puts it back up, no good. Jordan with the rebound again, puts it back up, and it's good.
And Darlington did a good job on that. They got 2-3 looks at it, doing a good job on the offensive boards.
McCutcheons taking the ball. She is trapped. Off the Weaver. Back to the corner. Three-pointer, no good. Dixon taking the ball off the floor, dribbling up the sideline. And it's almost stolen by McCutcheons, but Darlington will retain possession. They'll pass it down the sideline. Curley gets the ball to Abbott at the top of the key. She dribbles, gives it off to Dixon. Back to the post. And it will be out of bounds. It will be Darlington ball. And they will pass it in on the sideline again. Curley looking to pass it in. She's looking for the post. Almost turns it over. And there will be a jump ball. And possession arrow will turn towards Trion.
A good job there by Aubrey Hines to get her hands in there and peel that one loose. And then Darlington comes over, grabs the ball, and forces that jump ball. But as you mentioned, possession over this time in Trion's direction.
Great team effort in terms of defense so far for both teams. Weaver gives it off to McCutcheons in the corner. Jab step, dribbles to the top of the key, looking. Screen coming, she denies the screen. Pump fake, and she gets it. She misses it. McCutcheons gets back the ball. And there will be a no call there. And Darlington is raging down the floor with the ball. Hunt gives it off to Dixon. Dixon looking inside, unable to get it there. Abbott gives it back to Dixon. Curley for three, and it's good. 2 early threes for Curley, and they are hot off to an 8-0 start.
Working it inside out, they get it into Jordan. That opens up the look on the outside. She kicks out, they find a wide open shot and knock it down.
Cushion dribbling the ball at the top of the key. Screen, she denies it. Off to Weaver, and it's good. 8-3 Darlington. And Darlington's looking to take the ball up the floor. Joe's up the sideline, and they are immediately trapped. And it will be a jump ball in favor of Darlington. And we have some subs for Darlington. Sydney Rush, and it looks like we will have Emmy Grace Wood coming into the game for Darlington.
Both teams playing real aggressive and seeing the rim right now. You've had a three-point shot from Trion. You've had some good shooting from Darlington at the early part of the game. So this has been fun so far.
It's been a great game so far. Both teams are playing very stingy defensively.
No miscue there.
And it will be a out of bounds, almost a backcourt violation. I mean, either way, it would have been a turnover. Backcourt, or he just let it go out of bounds. And Trion will bring it in. at their own sideline. She gives out to McCutcheons in the corner. She dribbles. Back to Brown. Over to Hines at the top of the elbow. She dribbles inside. Almost walked there, and it will be out on Trion. It will be Darlington ball. And both teams come with heavy pressure so far. Both teams bringing out their presses. Dixon taking the ball up the floor, dribbles inside. Fake over to Hunt. She misses it, and Trion with the rebound. And Weaver with the ball, looking to score. There's a tight defense there from Curley. And Dixon taking the ball up the floor once again for these Lady Tigers. She's looking for the ball, gives it off to Curley. Curley gives it back to Dixon. Dixon dribbles inside, layup is no good. Anna Grace Brown comes down the rebound, gives it off to McCutcheons, and McCutcheons taking the ball off the floor. Elbow, shot good. 8-5 Trion. And that will be out on Darlington as she dribbled at her own sideline and stepped out of bounds. Some substitutions for Trion. You have number 11, Madison Husky, and number 13, Addison Anderson, substituting in here for the Lady Bulldogs. And Trion, they certainly have a lot of depth. They're able to get guards in and out of this game, keep those legs fresh, because this is going to be a long game in a region championship. And floater, no good. Rush of the rebound. Gives off to Abbott, and they're running a full court man press, trying to make things very much harder for this Darlington offense to get things going. Almost got away with a foul there. Abbott gives it off inside to Jordan. No good. Husky with the rebound, gives it off to McCutcheons. McCutcheons taking the ball up the timeline here for the Lady Bulldogs. Weaver, 4-3. No good, but McCutcheons is almost able to get the rebound, but it will be out on Darlington.
Grayson Darlington opened up the game on an 8-0 run thanks to stout defense, keeping Trion off the boards there for a period of time, but a couple of quick baskets on the last couple of possessions from Trion have got them right back in this. We got a 3-point ball game, 8-5.
And one of the biggest hallmarks of both of these teams is, of course, their defense. Holding some of these teams that they've played to 18, 39 points, that is very hard to do, especially in region tournament play. McCutcheons has the ball off the inbound pass. Dribbles, handoff. Three is no good, but McCutcheons gets the rebound. Goes off pull-up three. In and out. But Trion gets another offensive rebound. It will be a jump ball. And the possession arrow will be Trion. Substituting back in the game for Darlington is Emma Hunt. They're going to need a lot of breathing for this game. It's going to be a long game for this region championship. Got to stay as hydrated and as ready as possible. Inbound pass to Turner. Turner dribbles. Hesitation inside, and it's blocked by Jordan. Trion tries to save the ball. However, Darlington will gain possession, and we are going the other way. Trion is back in their full court man press. Hunt taking the ball off the floor against McCutcheons. Abbott dribbles inside. Pull-up is good. And that will be 10-5 Trion. Darlington opened this game hot.
Darlington on top by 5.
McCutcheons waiting on the screen. She denies the screen, dribbles inside. Back to Weaver. Weaver gives it to Turner. Try to dribble inside, is unable to get it there. Hand off to McCutcheons. McCutcheons hesitation. McCutcheons gets it back. Dribbles outside. Crossover. Three-pointer. No good. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan gives it off to Hunt. Almost a turnover there, but Abbott is able to get the ball back. She pivots and gives it back to Hunt. Wood with the ball, but she travels before she's able to get the pass off.
I want to recognize the officiating crew. You got a really experienced crew tonight doing a great job. You got Megan Downs, also Clarissa Bagwell, and Whitney Lewis is a part of this crew. And we see these folks a lot at these games, so a lot of experience between the three of them. They're doing a fabulous job here in the first quarter.
Especially in Northwest Georgia, I feel like after watching Model and all these other teams for so long, I see this crew a whole lot. McCutcheons three-pointer, and it's good. 10-8, Darlington. Trion with full court pressure. Hunt dribbles away from the pressure. Is able to get it past half court. And Darlington will call timeout. We'll take a quick 30-second break, and we'll be back.
Crestview Angus, your source for premium locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back here at Armuchee for the Region A D1 7 Championship. And Darlington will inbound the ball at Trion sideline, trying to evade this full court pressure from Trion. Rush will give the ball in. Hunt has the ball, gives it off to Abbott. Abbott dribbling, gives it off to Wood. Wood gives it to Jordan, and she turns it over. Turner taking the ball down the floor, gives it to McCutcheons. Bounce pass, three-pointer, no good. And Darlington with the rebound. And that will be a foul on McCutcheons. Tried to get the steal, but was unable to. Darlington will pass the ball in here with this full court pressure from Trion. And that has been the statement of the game. This full court pressure from both teams. It's been really hard to score. These two teams are still trying to get used to each other in this game. And Hunt shoots a three, no good. Rush gets the rebound though, and she is fouled. And she'll go to the free throw line for two.
And you can never overstate the importance of free throws, but particularly when you got a close game like this, Grayson, you got to get those points when you get the opportunity.
Yes, sir. These two free throws are going to be very important as they will stretch the lead possibly to 4 at the end of the first quarter and hopefully gain some momentum going into the second quarter, because the statement of this game so far is looking like it will be momentum swings going forth and back until the end of the game. And right now, neither team really has a lot of momentum. And that shot will be no good at the end of the buzzer. At the end of the first quarter, Darlington 11, Trion 8. We will be back in 1 minute for the start of the second quarter.
Northwest Georgia Media would like to say thank you to the following sponsors: Mathis Trailer and Equipment, Georgia Highlands College, Snodgrass and Robinson, Plastic Surgery Specialists, WC Timber, Dogwood Books, Shannon Pharmacy, and Crestview Angus. Thank you to all our sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
And ladies and gentlemen, it is the start of the second quarter where Darlington leads Trion 11-8. And Hunt will take the ball at the floor, guarded by McCutcheon, screened by Curley. Handoff over to Abbott. She dribbles inside, gives it off to Dixon. Tran for three, no good. And Turner comes down with the rebound. Pressure from Hunt, almost got away with a foul there. And she gets the ball back. And Hunt will take the ball up the floor. And she will go for the layup, and she is fouled by Turner.
I got to tell you, Grayson, when you have Hunt on the floor in terms of defense, she is going after that ball. You can hear the footsteps no matter where you are on the floor because she's coming.
She got away with one there, but then again, she made up for it with the steal. One-on-one defense is crucial in this game. So far, we haven't really seen a lot of zone defense being played in this game. We've seen mostly man, especially in the full court. These two teams really trying to guard each other one-on-one. trying to give them different looks, trying to really get them out of their rhythm early. And she makes both free throws. And McCutcheons will take the ball up the timeline here for the Lady Bulldogs. Off the Weaver. Looking around, waiting for the play to develop is McCutcheons. McCutcheons dribbles, pivots, waiting for the handoff, pump fake, zipped it to Turner. And Turner is fouled by Dixon. And that will be their first foul of the second quarter. Both these teams already have a foul in the first 46 seconds of the game, which down the stretch, fouls are crucial because nowadays it's no longer one-on-one. You get 2 free throws. McCutcheons will have the ball here for the Lady Bulldogs. Waiting for the play to develop, gives it off, and backdoor pass to Weaver, and it's good. And that cuts the lead to 3. Pressure from the Bulldogs is Curley looking around, trying to find an open guard to get the ball to. And Obbett travels right there.
Yeah, she picked up her dribble and kind of slid on the floor, tried to stop her momentum, but the train had already left the station, so to speak.
Yeah, the back foot left the ground a little too much. And here is this one-on-one defense from Hunt. I would say face guarding almost. McCutcheons right against her, really living up to this challenge against the Region Player of the Year. And she is fouled by Hunt. And that will be 2 free throws. Almost was a 3-point free throw. However, just inside the line right there. And that'll be on Hunt. That will be her first. And she makes the first. Here coming in for Darlington will be number 10, Caroline Jordan, who is their all-region first-team member and a crucial part of this Darlington team, dropping 16 points in that win over Dade County in the semifinals. McCutcheons makes the first, but misses the second. Dixon taking the ball up the floor, almost got fouled. Dixon falls, and McCutcheons takes the ball up the floor. Hesitation, and she's off to the races. Bounce pass over to Weaver, and it's good. Trion has come back to tie this game. And Dixon taking the ball off the floor, wide open layup. And she makes it, almost rolled off the rim there. That was very close.
A little extra hang time on that one, but it finally went through.
And Weaver gives the ball back to McCutcheons, guarded by Abbott. Screen with Turner. And 3-pointer on the way, no good, and it'll be out of bounds as it hit the top of the goal. 15-13. That layup, that was completely wide open. Curley giving it off to Dixon. And a complete miscue there from Darlington.
It looked like Emma Hunt was cutting down to go into the forecourt, and Dixon kind of threw it behind her. No way she was going to grab that when it goes out of bounds, so an unfortunate turnover there for Darlington.
Fake a pass, make a pass, as coaches always say.
A little bit of momentum here for Trion, Grayson.
Yes, sir. Right now, they are on a scoring streak, and they will continue that scoring streak. Brown with the bucket. Curley gives the ball to Hunt, back to Curley. Hunt gives it to Jordan. She dribbles it up the floor. Pivoting out of pressure. Hunt to Abbott. Dribbles inside. Curley for 3, and it's good. That is her 3rd 3-pointer of the game. She is on fire.
Matter of fact, she leads all scorers with 9 points on those 3 threes.
Turner taking the ball up. Pump fake. Looking around. Crossover. Turner has the ball back, dribbles inside, layup, and she will be fouled, and she will be going for the line for 2 more. 18-15 Darlington, but Trion right now has a lot of momentum. These teams going back and forth with each other.
A lot of contact from Mia Curley with the body there, resulting in the free throw attempts.
She makes the first. That'll cut the lead to 2. It was a tied game just a second ago until that 3-pointer by Curley. And she will have one more opportunity to cut it to a 1-point game. And she does in fact do that. Trion back to their full court man pressure. Abbott gives it to Hunt. Hunt dribbling down the sideline, dribbles inside, and that layup is no good, but Jordan is there to clean it up. And she is such a great offensive rebounder for this team. She gets a lot of rebounds, and McCutcheon's 4-3, and it's good. That is her second or third three-pointer of the game, and Darlington is off to the races, and this is a tied ball game, folks.
She's made 2 threes and has 9 points, tied for the leading scorer in the game.
Added 4-3, and it's good. The name of the game for Darlington right now is that three-point shooting ability.
They've made 4 of them so far here in the first half, and we got a half of the second quarter left to go.
This has been a great ball game so far. Turner with the ball, pass fake. Passes it off to Brown. Brown gives it to Weaver. Back to Brown. Brown looking for McCutcheons. Gets it there. McCutcheon's behind the back dribble with Hunt right on her. Waiting for the play to be called. That screen is coming. She denies the screen. Gives it to the corner, and it's good for Weaver.
Good kick out by McCutcheons. Wide open Weaver, and knocks it right down. Bottoms.
And Jordan, and that ball is stolen by Hines. And Hines gives it to McCutcheons. Thumb behind her just a little bit. And McCutcheons back to Hines. Three-pointer. Bang! Timeout Darlington. And Trion is rolling right now, off to a 4-point lead after being down. And we'll be right back here in 30 seconds. Trion has made a surge so far. They have come back. They have scored over 10 points in the past 2 minutes. How can Darlington slow this surge down and get them back down to earth?
Well, one of the things that you're seeing Trion do here is they're getting the ball inside, getting those kickouts, finding open players, wide open three-point opportunities, and they're making Darlington pay. As a matter of fact, on the last 2 possessions, you saw Weaver hit a 3, and then also Anna Grace Brown, and now you see Trion with a 4-point lead. So, you know, they just got to tighten up on defense and not give those open kickouts like that.
And Trion is getting back. No more full court pressure from this Lady Bulldogs team. They're still in a man, though. Hunt gives it off to Abbott. Abbott gives it to Wood. Waiting on the screen. Abbott feeds the ball inside to Jordan. Layup is no good, and McCutcheons comes down with a rebound. Running the ball up the floor and gives it off to Weaver. Weaver is swatted away by Jordan. What a block there from Caroline Jordan. Hunt almost fouled in the full court. And that will be a charge on Hunt. Hunt dribbled down a little too hard, and Trion made her pay for that.
Hunt, a very aggressive player, and you got to tip your cap to Aubrey Hines for getting set there and taking that charge. That was quite a hit.
And substituting in for Darlington will be Presley Dixon, coming in for Hunt. And with 2 fouls, that is crucial for Darlington because she is their glue guy, looking like right now. And if she gets in foul trouble, that'll be very tough for them to be able to keep her in the game. Dixon dribbles inside, back to Wood. Jumper is good. Just inside the line a little bit. Darlington showing pressure. McCutcheon's taking the ball up the floor, guarded by Wood. Behind the back. Crossover, waiting on the screen from Hines. She denies the screen. Weaver, 4-3, just short. Rush gets the rebound. She's taking the ball up the floor. And that ball is stolen away by Hines. And that will be a jump ball. And a little stingy there from both teams, and that will be Trion ball. This is getting a little feisty. A charge just a second ago, and then a little bit of a feisty play there from both teams. Just a little bit of frustration going on between these 2 teams. McCutcheons takes the ball of the floor. Weaver, and it is blocked. She didn't even jump off the ground for that block. Abbott will take the ball off the floor off the pass from Dixon. Abbott gives it off to Jordan, throwing a little bit behind Wood. Wood gets it back off to Abbott. Caroline Jordan, no good. Except there will be a foul against Darlington, and that will be against Presley Dixon. And a substitute here for Darlington will be Alex Tran. And right now, Trion is in the bonus. And that is crucial if you want to take your lead to the next level and get to the free throw line. And as I said earlier, it is no longer a 1-and-1, it is 2 shots.
And you have Kinsley Turner at the free throw line, and she knocked down her first 2 free throws of the game, so they're hoping that trend continues if you're trying.
And she misses the first.
Broadcaster's jinx, it wasn't intentional, folks.
And she'll go to the line for one more. Both these teams shooting the lights out so far. Most of their points have come from 3-pointers. And she makes the second. And Trion is not going back to their full court press. Trying to get back and give Darlington different looks. Abbott dribbles inside. Pivots out of pressure, gives it off to Wood. Tran with the ball. Gives off the rush. Abbott with the ball, driving, kick to Wood. Bang! And it is a 1-point game with 1:30 left to go here until halftime. McCutcheons takes the ball off the floor, guarded by Abbott. The screen from Turner. McCutcheons gives it off to Hines. Pump fake. Euro step. And that would be a blocking foul against Abbott. That was a terrific move. Almost got away with a charge there, but she was able to draw the foul and go to the line for 2.
On that previous possession for Darlington, Grayson, I really loved the ball movement that you saw from them, and not to mention the rotation of the players. They were very patient in terms of waiting for the open shot, and when they got it, they were able to get it.
She makes the first. Here waiting on the second. And if she makes this, it is a 3-point game, and whichever team has a lead going into halftime, it'll be crucial for them to keep this up. And she makes the second. Abbott will take the ball up the timeline here for the Lady Tigers. Off the Wood, gives it to Tran, rush at the top of the key, gives it to Abbott, dribbles inside, pass fake, gives off to Jordan. Oh, almost converted the and-1 opportunity, but instead she will go to the line to shoot 2.
Both teams shooting well from the free throw line. You have Trion 6 of 8 from the charity stripe. Meanwhile, Darlington, right now they're 3 of 4. Big ones coming up here from Jordan, Grayson.
And a substitute here for Trion. Looks like it will be number 13, Addison Anderson, substituting in for Trion. Jordan at the line for one more, which could possibly cut the lead to a 1-possession, 2-point game, and she is unable to finish. And Turner draws the foul against Hunt.
Just a little bit off the mark on those 2 free throws. Both of them basically went halfway down and then came back out.
Those in and outs are tough. I mean, you're expecting them to go in the last second, they just come right back out. And Turner will be at the line to shoot 2, and Trion is getting back to make sure they set up their half-court defense. And Turner will make the first.
She's 4 of 5 from the stripe so far in this game. She is a sharp free throw shooter.
80% so far, and that is an amazing mark. A lot of free throw shooters do not even eclipse the 80% mark. Line for one more, and she misses it. I jinxed her. I'm sorry.
It's a real thing, folks. It's not intentional, but it seems to happen every time you mention it.
Rush dribbles inside, back to Abbott. Pass fake, Wood, pump fake, gives it off to Jordan. Crafty move. Could have been deflected, but instead it will be Trion ball. It looks like we have a substitution for Darlington. Mia Curley substituting back in the game here for the Lady Tigers, getting their starters back in. Some of their starters back in, I might add. Gives it on McCutcheons. She is dribbling the ball up the court fast. Dribbles in, trying to look for the shot, wasn't there. Brown dribbles inside, gives it off to Weaver. Weaver off to McCutcheons. She dribbles inside. In and out. That is a tough shot to make, and she almost made it. She's the Region Player of the Year. I'll have to give it to her. She has a green light to shoot those shots. And really picks up her dribble. Jordan back off to Abbott. Abbott to Rush. And that ball is tipped. And Trion has an opportunity to extend this lead going into halftime with 7 seconds left. Get out to McCutcheon's floater, and it's good. Full court heave at the buzzer, no good. And Trion has a 6-point lead going into halftime with a lot of momentum. 26-32 Trion. And Matt, let's take a look at some of the stats from this first half. What really stood out to you?
Yeah, I think we're going to take a break first, and that'll give me an opportunity to get everything to add it up, and then we'll come back and do that. So you want to take a break?
Yes, sir. We will be back here in just a little bit. Thank you for tuning in to Northwest Georgia Media here at Armuchee High School for the Region A-D1 Region 7 Championships.
Northwest Georgia Media would like to say thank you to the following sponsors: Mathis Trailer and Equipment, Georgia Highlands College, Snodgrass and Robinson, Plastic Surgery Specialists, WC Timber, Dogwood Books, Shannon Pharmacy, and Crestview Angus. Thank you to all our sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
They call it Mo Day, a time of fanfare and pride, and another week with the neighborhood's best yard, because you drafted the MVP of all mowers. A comfortable seat and adjustable controls bring the battle to your turf, not your backside. Ride like the wind on your solid steel stallion and give the fans something to cheer about. Because it's your day. It's Mo Day.
Crestview Angus, your source for premium locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today.
Access to me means I get to explore and define myself.
Access? That allows me to follow my passion.
For me, it means I get to do what I've always dreamed of doing, helping people.
Access to me means I'm the first one in my family to come to college. Sé el primero.
WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber and Tree Service.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Armuchee High School here for the Region 7A-D1 Girls Championship. And at the break, it is Darlington 26, Trion 32. Matt, let's look over some of the stats for that first half. I noticed it was a lot of three-point shooting. Teams just got hot towards the end. What did you see in terms of the last part of that game and including the entire first half?
Absolutely, man. It's really interesting when you look how this went quarter by quarter. You had Darlington outscoring Trion there in the first quarter 11-8. And then in the second quarter, you really saw a flurry of scoring from Trion late in that second quarter. Hit a few threes there late, and they would outscore Darlington in the second quarter 24-15 to lead it 32-26. And so there'll definitely be some adjustments that Darlington's going to have to make throughout the game, because one of the things that's so dangerous dangerous about this Trion team is they've got players like Isaiah McCutcheons who can drive. She can score on the drive, or she's got some good options that are out on the perimeter that she can kick out to and find open players that can really shoot. So this is one of those teams that can, generate points in the paint, or they can get it on the perimeter. So that is one of the reasons why they've been so hard to defend throughout the season. So let's break down the scoring. We're going to start with the Darlington Lady Tigers, who spread it out pretty evenly. That's one of the things that really jumps off the page to you about this Darlington team is how many different players are involved in this offense. They're being very unselfish, sharing the ball and trying to find the open player and being selective in terms of their shots. They had 7 players that would get in the scorebook there in the first half. Sydney Rush would have 4 points for Emmy Grace Wood. All 2 of her buckets there in the second quarter. 2 points off of free throws for Emma Hunt. 4 for Caroline Jordan. Chipping in 5 was Audrey Abbott. 2 points for Presley Dixon, and the leading scorer there for the Darlington Tigers in the first half was Mia Curley. And you pointed out her 3-point shooting there in that first half, Grayson. She knocked down 3 threes, 2 in the first quarter, 1 in the second quarter. And again, this Darlington team really spreading around the offense there in the first half. On the other side, the Trion Lady Bulldogs, they already have 2 players that have made it into double digits. Nobody's going to be surprised that Isaiah McCutcheons is one of those players. As a matter of fact, she leads all scorers there after the first half with 11 points. 10 points for Aubrey Weaver. 4 made free throws there for Kinsley Turner. She was 4 of 6 from the charity stripe. 2 points from Aubrey Hines from the charity stripe, and 5 points for Anna Grace Brown. Now, as far as team statistics, you mentioned the 3-point shooting. It's been good for both teams. You had 4 made threes, 3 from Mia Curley, and 1 from Audrey Abbott there in the first half for Darlington. They were 3 of 6 from the free throw line, so hoping to do a little bit better there in terms of percentages there in the second half. On the other side, the Trion Lady Bulldogs, they would make 5 made threes, and they were 70% from the free throw line, 7 out of 10. And I'm not a math wizard. That's your job, but even I can do the math on that.
Yeah, man, the story of this game for Trion has been shoot the 3 ball, get open looks inside, and they are able to get a whole lot of free throws. And as I've said multiple times throughout this broadcast, without the 1-and-1, you have automatic 2 points. That leads to the fact that you can extend the lead, and you don't have to worry about the other team getting back in transition so quick if you miss one of the 3-pointers, or if you miss one of the free throws, pardon me. It's just, throughout the rest of this game, Darlington needs to settle down a little bit, especially when they get too aggressive on the open end on the fast break. We saw a charge for Emma Hunt, which drawed her second foul. And then on the other end, they got into the bonus early with around 4 minutes to go left until halftime. We will be back here in around 2 minutes for the start of the second half.
We'll be back.
Access to me means I get to explore and define myself.
Access? That allows me to follow my passion.
For me, it means I get to do what I've always dreamed of doing, helping people.
Access to me means I'm the first one in my family to come to college. Sé el primero.
WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber and Tree Service.
Introducing the new Onward high-performance lithium-ion personal transportation vehicle from Club Car. When it comes to style, power, and performance, look no further. The Onward HP lithium-ion exceeds expectations with impressive hill climbing performance and high-power acceleration. No other vehicle in the industry can compete. Our automotive quality, self-contained battery is protected by a corrosion-resistant and watertight steel case. This state-of-the-art battery is maintenance-free. And with an industry-leading 6-year battery warranty, you can rest easy knowing your Onward HP lithium-ion is ready when you are. Welcome to the next era of club car innovation.
Six-point Trion lead.
Well, I think all in all, it was a good first half for both teams. Again, there you did see a flurry of scoring there late in the second quarter from Trion, and a lot of it had to do with their ability to drive and get to the rim and score or kick out to some of these perimeter shooters. So Darlington's got to figure out that puzzle, figure out how to stop them from getting easy three-point looks on the outside.
Yes, sir, and Dixon will dribble back inside. Right now they're doing a lot of dribble handoffs, getting the ball inside, but an early turnover as McCutcheon will take the ball across the logo as she makes a hesitation over to Brown. And the screen from McCutcheon, she dribbles inside, gives off to Hines, no good. And Abbott will get the rebound. And she will take it across the center line off to Hunt. And Hunt dribbles into the corner. Looking for an open guard, and Mia Curley for three, no good. And Turner will come down with the rebound. And she has the ball right at their own sideline at the Armuchee logo. A handoff to McCutcheons. McCutcheons right near midcourt, gives off to Brown. Pass fake over to Hines. Hines looking inside for that back door, gives it to McCutcheons. McCutcheons looking around, just gives it to Hines. Weaver might add. And back to Turner, and one.
What a nice cut into the lane there. Backdoor cut, gets wide open, takes a nice feed, and is able to get the finish. That was an excellent play.
And Wood will substitute back in the game, who will replace Dixon, and I believe that will be her third foul of the game, already 1.25 minutes in to the second half, with Turner at the line for one more after the and-one. And she misses it. I jinxed her. I said she was 80%.
You did it, man. It's your fault.
And Curley will have the ball, gives off to Hunt. Hunt gives it to Abbott. Abbott dribbles inside, mid-range shot, no good. And Jordan will get the offensive rebound. And that ball is tipped by Trion, and McCutcheon's burst of speed gives off to Brown. Almost fouled there by Curley, but it will be Trion ball underneath their own basket.
Yeah, and you asked what maybe some of the keys in the second half would be. I think one of them is doing what you just saw there, crashing the offensive boards, getting second and third looks if you need to on offense there for Darlington. And they did get the rebound, but then turned the ball over shortly thereafter.
Yeah, Trion has been really good at creating turnovers in this game, which has been the key for their defense. They are amazing at creating turnovers. With 15 left on the shot clock, McCutcheon's looking around, step back three, no good. And Jordan will come down with a rebound, gives it to Abbott. And she will get it across the 10-second line. Hesitation move, spin move back to Curley. Curley looking inside, gives it off to Hunt. Hunt gives it to the elbow to Jordan. And Hunt pump fake. And that basket will be waved off, and it will go underneath their own basket. I would have thought they would have counted that, Matt.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking so too, and Samantha Resch, the head coach of the Darlington Tigers, kind of pleaded her case to the official as she went by, but the officials always get the last word in those situations.
We have a substitute here for Trion. It will be Anderson substituting back in the game as Darlington will inbound underneath their own basket. He's off the Hunt, almost too high, and McCutcheons will have the ball, sprinting up the timeline, pass fake to Turner, and she makes them pay for the turnover.
Nice unselfish play there by Isaiah McCutcheon, saw the open player there and decided to pass it, wide open look, and nailed it.
They're getting amazing fast break opportunities here in this game, and that'll be a foul on Brown. And I believe that'll be her first.
Yeah, Darlington's got to figure out a way to tighten it up, and you know they've had some turnovers here that have been costly, as you mentioned, the transition buckets that have taken place, and all of a sudden they're down by 10. they need to stop the bleeding here fast.
Yeah, they're down 10 points fast. They have not scored, and Trion is on a 4-point streak, and that will be a foul here for Trion, and Jordan will go to the line for 2, trying to cut the lead to 8 points.
And this is a big opportunity here, Grayson. We talked about it earlier in the game. You know, Darlington is down by 10. The momentum is in Trion's favor. You got an opportunity to get some points here with the clock stop. And she knocks down the first one.
Waiting for the second here for Darlington, hoping to stop the bleeding here for this game, as Trion was just up double digits here at the 5:10 mark in the third quarter. And Darlington will get the offensive rebound. They need a lot of those because that is the key of some of their games, and that will be a travel here for Darlington. It looks like it was tipped just a little bit, but regardless of the tip, her feet were in the air in the shooting motion. Gives off to McCutcheons, and they are trapping her early. And Turner with the basketball here for the Bulldogs. McCutcheons 3, no good. But Weaver able to get the rebound. And Brown gives out to McCutcheons. McCutcheons tries to look inside, unable to get it. And Hunt is on her. That has been a matchup that we are loving to see this game. They are really going at each other. And McCutcheons is waiting for the play to develop, waiting on the screen. And she dribbles inside. That's a lot of speed. And when you play players like that, when they get inside, it's important to crash. But it is also important to keep that composure and make sure not to foul. And McCutcheons will go to the line to shoot 2.
She's been there once before, is 1 of 2 here in this basketball game.
She misses the first, a rare miss for her from the free throw line this game. And she has been on fire most of this game.
11 points there in the first half of the game.
Double-digit scoring in the first half is very important. That is what has gotten them to this big lead. And she makes the second, and it is a 10-point game with Hunt dribbling the ball up the timeline. Gives off to Hunt. Hunt over to Rush. Back to Hunt. Looking inside, unable to get it there. Dribble drive here from Rush. She's looking, unable to get it anywhere. And Hunt gets the ball. Dribbles inside against McCutcheons. And Wood has the ball. Back over to Hunt. Back inside, and 1. Caroline Jordan. And she'll go to the line for 1 more. And she has been very important in this game. A lot of the scoring has been for her, and a lot of the rebounds have been coming for her. She is a very important part of this team, and she takes the load rebounding, and especially inside here for this Darlington Lady Tigers. And she makes the second. Her first, might I add. And McCutcheons gives the ball over to Turner. Turner dribbling the ball up the line. Tries to get the ball to the corner, unable. Dribbles back to McCutcheons. Turner, three-pointer, no good, off the front of the rim. And Tran will have the ball, taking up the floor, back over to Wood. Wood feeds it to the corner to Rush. Rush, jumper. Too hard off the back of the rim. And Rush gives it to Tran at the top of the key. Hunt gives it inside, but the ball is tipped here by Turner. And it'll be Darlington basketball underneath their own basket at the baseline.
And obviously the strategy here right now for Darlington is trying to get some passes and get the ball inside to an open Jordan and get her near the rim, because she has all the scoring so far in the third quarter for Darlington, has all 4 of their points.
She has been very dominant here in this second half so far, and that will be a foul against Trion, and it looks like Wood will go to the line to shoot 2. Waiting on the first. Takes a few dribbles, shoots it, and it's good. Swish right there at the free throw line. And substitution here for Trion, it will be number 11, Madison Husky, substituting in here for the Lady Bulldogs. They're able to keep people in and off of the bench, able to keep a lot of these legs fresh, especially towards the end of this game. And she misses the second. I noticed that one of the keys of the game so far, especially in the second half, Trion has 5 fouls. And Trion will have the ball over to Brown. Brown almost loses the ball, gives it to Turner. Turner dribbles aside against Wood. And Rush almost got away with a foul there, but she was able to tip it out of bounds. but it'll be Trion basketball at their baseline.
And to your point about the foul situation, Trion has gotten to the line a lot in this game, and they've got 8 of 13 from the free throw line.
And Trion turns it over. A little miscue there for the Lady Bulldogs. It'll be Darlington ball looking to make a comeback here in this third quarter with 3 minutes left in the game. And Hunt will take the ball up the center line here for the Lady Tigers. Off to the corner to Rush. Rush dribbles inside, back over to Wood. Wood dribbles inside, and it is blocked away by Husky. And McCutcheons will have the ball taken up the floor. There's a lot of contact there here from both of them, and that'll be a foul against the Darlington Tigers. And Trion will go to the line to shoot 2. The state of this third quarter has been a lot of fouls, 8 combined fouls from both teams, and we are not even 3/4 of the way through the quarter.
Which is not terribly surprising, because you got 2 teams that have come into this game with a lot of intensity, been very physical since the beginning of the game, and this has been a very, very physical matchup, wouldn't you say?
Yes, sir, it has been. 8 fouls especially, though. Trion has gotten Darlington into the bonus, which is very important for Darlington to attack Trion in order to get these fouls and be able to cut down this 7-point lead and get to be able to cut it down just a little more, maybe till around the start of the fourth quarter mark, get a few layups, get a few three-pointers, get themselves back into this game and stop this bleeding. Because as of right now, Trion has had this momentum ever since the end of halftime. But right now, Darlington has made a very impressive comeback here in this third quarter, and Trion has not scored more than 3 points in this ball game.
Yep, and there's a lot of stake at this game. Obviously, you've got Darlington coming in tonight looking for back-to-back titles in terms of region championships, and both teams are battling for that #1 spot in the playoffs. The good news for both teams played in this game is you're either going to have the 1 or the 2 seed, and when you are the 1 or 2 seed going into the playoffs, you're guaranteed to be at home at least for that first round.
And especially in the state tournament, we've seen this in past few years, especially with the model and other teams. Home court advantage is a different beast when it comes playoff time. But right now, McCutcheons will be at the line shooting 1 more here for the Lady Bulldogs. And she makes it. And Abbott will have the ball going across the midcourt stripe. Guarded here by Brown. Hand off to Rush, dribble drive. Layup, no good. And Turner is here with the rebound. She takes it up the floor, gives it off to Weaver. Turner dribbles inside. Gives it to Brown. Over to Husky, but it will be out on Darlington, and Trion will have the ball at their own baseline.
And you talked about the production from McCutcheons in this game. She had 18 points in the victory over Dade County. She's got 14 in this one, and we still have 1/4 and 2 minutes and change left to go in the game.
Speaking of McCutcheons, she shoots a 3, but she is unable to make it, and Husky tries to save the ball. Unfortunately, tosses it off her own leg. And right now, a substitution for Trion, it'll be number 20, Addie Burke, a name we have not seen tonight, substituting in here for the Lady Bulldogs. They're trying to get a lot of players into this game, especially to keep the depth going, because as of right now, it is a very tight game, and it is very important, especially in these region championship games, to keep these legs, keep the legs very, very active and able to get them well rested, because it is a long game and you need a lot of hydration and rest to get to be able to pull off a win, especially in region championships. Turner has the ball, and it will be Trion ball. Almost a foul there from Darlington, but no call by the referees, and Hunt will substitute back in for Darlington with 3 fouls. And that has been a statement of the game for Trion, getting their glue guy really into foul trouble. And Brown will pass it into McCutcheons. 3-pointer on the way. Bang! Bingo there from McCutcheons. And she has 17, and we're not even in the fourth quarter yet. My goodness. Pass side to Jordan. Drop step. Unable to make it. She gets her own rebound. Gets her own rebound again, and she puts it up, and it's good. 3 offensive rebounds there for Jordan.
That was just willing your way to success there on the rim. As you mentioned, 3 rebounds, got 3 looks. She was not coming out of that possession without a bucket.
She was going to make it. And then McCutcheon's on the other end, step back 3, it is blocked there by Jordan. But Turner gets the rebound, and she will get fouled by Darlington. And she will go to the line to shoot 2. Both these teams, 9 fouls. And she will shoot 2 at the line, waiting here on the first.
She's 4 of 7 so far in this basketball game from the charity stripe.
I apologize for jinxing her, because ever since I said she was 80%, she has not made another one. And I didn't jinx her this time. She made this one.
She's back on track now.
Substitution here for Darlington will be number 31, Alex Tran, substituting back in for the Tigers as we wait on Turner to shoot one more. And she misses it off the front end. Jordan with the rebound. Back to Hunt. 1 minute left in this game. They are down by 10. They need a surge. 1 minute left in the quarter, I might say. Pass inside to Jordan. And willingness to get away from that contact. But Berkeley still, and Jordan gets it back, and she makes it. Oh!
Tell you what, Jordan's taking matters into her own hands right now, isn't she?
Yes, that was a hard foul on the other end. That was more like a football hit. Like Madden, they say hit stick. That was a hit stick. And McCutcheons will go to the free throw line. 10 fouls so far combined for both teams, as McCutcheons will shoot 2. She makes the first. That puts her at 18 for the game, and we are not even at the start of the fourth quarter yet.
And here down the stretch here in the third quarter, she's made 4 of 5 from the charity stripe.
80%. Hopefully I don't jinx her again. McCutcheons makes the second. Curley will take it up the 10-second line here for the Lady Tigers as she is guarded by Burke. Now McCutcheons, pressure on her. Almost backcourt violation here for Darlington, and that is huge because it is a 10-point game, and you cannot afford to get turnovers here in the last 30 seconds of the third quarter.
Yeah, and you saw, Darlington start to chip away at this game. They've gotten within 6 and 7 here and there, but every time they do, Trion hits a big bucket or gets the free throw line and knocks down a couple and then brings that lead back to 10.
They have been going back and forth this whole game. McCutcheons, floater, no good, but she gets her own rebound. And it will be Darlington ball as it goes out of bounds on Trion. And a substitution here for Darlington, it'll be Abbott giving Wood a break. And Abbott will take the ball up the floor here for the Lady Tigers. Looking for one more shot here to end the quarter to try and cut this lead to single digit. Abbott gives it to Rush, back over to Tran. Jordan drop step, left hook, no good. And Trion has the ball. Turner tries to get a shot off, and it will be no good. And here at the end of the third quarter, Trion Lady Bulldogs hold a 10-point lead. We'll be back here in 30 seconds for the start of the fourth quarter.
Northwest Georgia Media would like to say thank you to the following sponsors: Mathis Trailer and Equipment, Georgia Highlands College, Snodgrass and Robinson, Plastic Surgery Specialists, WC Timber, Dogwood Books, Shannon Pharmacy, and Crestview Angus. Thank you to all our sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are back here at Armuchee High School for the last quarter of this Region 7A D1 championship, where Trion leads by 10 points here at the start of the fourth, and they are doubling McCutcheon's as soon as they get out. And almost got away with a backcourt there, as McCutcheon's will give it off to Brown. Brown pass fake, McCutcheon's. Joe's back out, gives it to Brown. Brown over to Hines. Hines looking, gives it to McCutcheon's. McCutcheon's at the top of the key. Wide open three-pointer, bang! Bullseye, she buries it to make this lead 13 points. And this is a double-digit lead here for Trion. And this is crucial if Darlington wants to try and get back into this game, to give it to Jordan. And she misses it. And Darlington will foul Trion immediately after that rebound.
And that last bucket from McCutcheon's, Grayson, was her fourth made three of the game. She's got 22 points in this game.
And we are not even through the end of the fourth quarter yet. If Trion wants to run away with this, what do you think the best way possible is to do it?
Well, to be honest with you, man, I mean, feed the ball to your playmaker, which is what they've done throughout the game. We just referenced McCutcheon's and her 22 points in the game. The ball's going to be in her hands no matter what, whether she's driving and trying to get to the rim or the kick out and some of the threes that have been made throughout the game. And as we've seen, she's also able to shoot from the perimeter. So you're going to keep doing what you've been doing throughout the game. And I think that this Trion team and their depth and their ability to move the ball to different playmakers and McCutcheon's, what she can do offensively, is starting to wear on this defense from Darlington, it feels like to me.
Yeah, they sure are starting to run away with it, as Trion will inbound the ball. And McCutcheon's, they are immediately seeing a double team her way, and they are face guarding her. And as soon as they get down the floor, as Turner will have the ball guarded by Dixon. And shoves her off just a little bit, as McCutcheon's will get the ball back, guarded by Abbott here at the center logo. And behind the back dribble, waiting on the screen, is not there. And McCutcheon will dribble inside over to Weaver. Hines feeds it inside to Turner, and that will be a foul, which looks like it will be on Mia Curley. And Turner will go to the line to shoot two. And the story of this game, in my opinion, really, Trion has been able to get to the line a lot. When I mean a lot, they have shot almost 20 free throws this entire game, and they have made most of them.
And there's another made one right there, to your point.
It's been a minute since I've jinxed them. And we have a substitution here for Darlington. It'll be Rush substituting back in here for the Lady Tigers. And Turner will try to send it to a 15-point Lady Bulldog lead, and that's exactly what she does. 35-50 here with 6 minutes and 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Abbott looking inside, unable to get there. Hunt for three, no good. And Rush tries to tip it back out, but is not able to. And Trion passed the ball in underneath Darlington's basket.
You know, one of the things you've started to see happen here in this third quarter as opposed to the first half for Darlington, they were hitting some threes early on, made 4 in the first half. They've made 0 here in the second half.
And Abbott makes it, cuts the lead to 13, and they were able to put pressure on McCutcheon to cause a turnover in that score. But it'll be a foul on Dixon, and Trion will take the ball back underneath the basket.
I believe that's the 4th on Dixon. That's what I have in my scorebook. So she's going to go ahead and have a talk with Coach Rush.
She will be taking a breather as Wood will substitute back in for. And yes, you're correct. That is in fact her 4th. And Trion will take the ball up the floor. McCutcheon gives it to Turner, and she is getting face guarded once again by Abbott. McCutcheon still has the ball, screened by Turner, gets Abbott off her to get enough breathing room here for a second. McCutcheon's waiting on the play to develop, dribbles against Abbott. Over to Weaver, off the front end. And jump ball, it will be in favor of Darlington. As Rush will give it to Hunt. Hunt will take the ball up half court, guarded by McCutcheon's. Hand off to Abbott, and they immediately double team her. Hunt has the ball in the corner. Dribble drive, out of control there. And Weaver has Turner has the rebound and gives it to McCutcheons as she takes it up the midcourt stripe here for the Lady Bulldogs. Hand off over to Brown. Gives it over to Hines. Hines to McCutcheons. McCutcheons is at the top of the key. Gives it to Weaver. Dribbles, gives it back to Brown. Shot fake, over to Hines. Hines back to McCutcheons. Over to Turner. Off the front of the rim. And McCutcheons has the rebound. And it will be a foul on Darlington. That is their 4th foul of the 4th quarter compared to Trion's 0. And it looks like Curley will substitute back in here for the Darlington Lady Tigers.
Jordan going to go take a breather. As you mentioned, sub coming into the game, Alex Tran checks in for the Lady Tigers.
She's been a workhorse here in the second half here for these Darlington Lady Tigers, but unfortunately they are still down 13 points despite the efforts here from Jordan. Inbound pass. May have gotten away with a foul there, but Darlington will take the ball up the timeline as Curley has it at the top of the key. Over to Hunt. Hunt gives it to Rush. Wood in the corner, gives it to Hunt. Wood, spin move over to Wood. Curley has the ball, guarded by Hines. Rush, dribble drive, and that will be a travel here for Darlington. And Trion, this whole game, they have been able to cause these turnovers, and it's really rattled Darlington's offense as McCutcheons will take the ball up the floor, and that will be almost a foul here from Darlington, and that is exactly what it will be. And the crowd really getting into it now.
They're fired up. There's no question about that.
I hear people booing and everything, and that will be a foul on Curley.
You've got the fans rejoicing and delight on the other side for Trion, and behind us the Darlington fans, well, they're booing in protest.
I even see a sign that says, "We believe in you, Trion." And then now at the line, it will be Turner going to shoot 2, trying to extend the lead back to 15, and they're in the bonus. She extends the lead to 14 after 1.
You've got 3 players in double digits for this Trion Lady Bulldogs team. The lady at the line is one of them, Turner. She's got 12 points.
Dang it, we jinxed her again. Hunt will take the ball off the floor, guarded by McCutcheons. Gives it off to Tran, and she almost travels there. Shot fake by Curley. Curley dribbles inside. Gives it off to Wood. Wood dribbles inside. Hunt. And gets fouled on the floor. And they will inbound the ball underneath their own basket. Substitution here for Darlington. It will be Dixon substituting back in here for the Lady Tigers. Darlington still trying to get things scheduled here for the inbound play, and they give it to Dixon. Hard dribble inside, and she makes it. And McCutcheons has the ball, taking it up the timeline here for the Lady Bulldogs. Trying to extend this lead and rip the life out of the Darlington Tigers late here in the game with less than 4 minutes to go. McCutcheons dribble drive, gets it over to Turner, but she is unable to hit, and Tran with the rebound. And she gives it to Hunt, who is taking it across the logo. Trying to tell them to settle down, gives the ball to Curley. Curley inside to Dixon, and she just gets blocked by Turner, but it will deflect off of Dixon after the ball came off of Turner, and that will be a turnover for the Darlington Tigers, and Trion will call timeout. We will be back in 30 seconds here at Northwest Georgia Media.
Crestview Angus, your source for premium locally raised beef, delivering the finest quality from farm to table. Contact them on Facebook to place your order today.
as I'm looking into the crowd, as I look on the Trion side, I see a photo and a poster of McCutcheons with a sign that says "Finish the mission."
Go ahead.
As Trion will take the ball up the floor. But it's just kind of funny because earlier we were talking about "We believe in you, Lady Bulldogs" as a poster.
Yes, I mean, definitely trying to get that region championship, get the #1 seed in the playoffs, and it looks like at this point, with a 12-point lead, that they're well on their way to doing that.
Right now, it is certainly their game to lose as Hines has the ball at the top of the key and gives it off to Turner. Dixon tries to reach in, unable to get it there, and McCutcheons will have the ball, and she hoists it up. And that will be a shot clock violation.
Just trying to get it to the rim there, avoid the shot clock violation. Couldn't quite get it there, but a great effort and heave there from McCutcheons.
And for Darlington, looks like it'll be Jordan and Abbott substituting back in here for the Lady Tigers. Trying to defend their region championship hopes. Can they do it? Trion is surely trying to stop that from happening as they hold a 12-point lead here with less than 3 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. As Hunt is guarded by McCutcheons, and Hunt will drive back in. Dixon, shot fake. Drives baseline, unable to get the layup to go. Gets her own rebound. Back up, unable to make it. And there will be a foul underneath the basket. And it will be on Dixon. And that will be her 5th foul of the game.
Yep, she'll have to sit the rest of the way. And checks out of the game for the last time. Very emotional as she went over to the bench. She wanted to be out there to help out her team here in the final minutes of the region championship.
Of course, man, that's not a very good thing to see, especially for Darlington, as that is one of their key pieces here to this team, as Turner will go to the line to shoot 2. First is on the way, and she makes it. And she is back at the line for another one. Takes a few dribbles, and she misses it. Untimely miss. I was expecting a make. I was anticipating it, but just didn't get it. As Abbott takes out the floor, spin move. Back to Hunt here in the corner. Curley looking inside, unable to get it there. Rush 4-3, no good. And Hines will come down with the rebound. And McCutcheons will take the ball up the 10-second line here for the Lady Bulldogs. They try to cap off a spectacular region tournament and regular season. Spin move here by McCutcheons as she is guarded by Hunt. Kick out here to Weaver. In and out as Curley will grab the rebound here for the Lady Tigers. Guarded by Brown, gives it off to Abbott. Hunt feeds it inside. Curley over to Abbott. Back to Jordan, layup is good. And that'll cut the lead to 11 here with 1:40 remaining in the game. And McCutcheons is seeking the contact, trying to let Hunt draw a foul, but it is unable to happen as the refs just let it go. Over to Turner. Turner tries to dribble inside, handoff. And got away with one there, and that will go to Darlington. There was a lot of contact on both of those plays. It could have gone either way for both teams. You could argue that's a foul on Trion, but you could also argue that it was a foul on Darlington there on the handoff.
We got 11-point game, drying up 52-41.
And that'll be Hines' 5th as she substitutes out of the game. And Hunt will take the ball up the floor, trying to mount a comeback here for the Lady Tigers. Abbott has the ball here at the top of the key, dribble drive, gives it to Rush. Feeds it inside here for Jordan. And one. That hook is able to draw the foul, and she will go to the line to shoot one more. And Darlington, interestingly enough, they have cut the lead to single digits here with a minute left.
And with that bucket, Caroline Jordan matches her total from the semifinal victory over Armuchee earlier in the week at 16.
She has been the key to this second half in terms of scoring and rebounding for this Darlington offense and defense in terms of rebounding, as McCutcheons will take the ball guarded by Hunt. A lot of contact here trying to shift her away, and they come with a trap in the hedge, and McCutcheons' layup is good. And Abbott will take the ball up the floor for Darlington. And Curley looking inside, unable to get it there, gives it to Hunt. Rush looking inside, gives it to Hunt. unable to get it there. And Darlington has thrown the ball away into the half court, and right now it is looking out of reach here for the Darlington Lady Tigers.
And you can really feel it in the atmosphere and energy here in this room on the other side from where we're sitting. The Trion fans are starting to feel this victory coming, and over on the bench you're about to see an explosion of excitement here from this team in 30 seconds.
Yeah, those posters I were talking about, they're definitely going to be flaring the second that game ends, as McCutcheon will be fouled and she will head to the line to shoot 2.
And this has been an intense physical and emotional game. Of course, you had 2 players that have fouled out Presley Dixon. We saw her emotion when she left the game, wanted to be out there for her team. And then also you had Aubrey Hines, who fouled out for Trion. Very emotional as she went. And that just shows you, Grayson, how much it means for these kids to be playing in this game and the opportunity they have today.
And McCutcheon's brings her scoring here to, I believe, 26. A game high, and exceeds her totals here for the Dade County game. And Rush drills a 3, but it may be too little too late here for this Darlington team as Trion. They can smell it. You can tell in the crowd, they're starting to clap. Kids yelling, parents yelling. It's just in reach for them, and right now with 10.9 seconds left, they are looking to host that trophy and get that 1 seed. As Turner makes the free throw, waiting on the second.
She has spent much of the night at the free throw line, hasn't she?
She has spent a lot of the line here at the free throw time. I've called that name a lot of times at the free throw line, and I've even jinxed her a few times, if that tells you anything.
My math skills ran out on that about a quarter ago.
Yeah, and she will feed inside to Jordan. Layup is good, but that's the dagger. And Trion wins the 7A-D1 Girls Championship. And this crowd and the bench explodes. What a fantastic game played for both teams. Darlington tried to mount a late comeback, but it was too little too late. Trion just could not be stopped in the second half. Trion did everything right here in the second half. They limited turnovers. They were really able to fluster Darlington, limit the 3-point shots that they made. And right now, Trion is looking forward to that 1 seed here in the state playoffs. As you see the crowd yelling here for their coaches. And as of right now, in terms of seeding, it looks like, of course, Trion will be the 1 seed going to the state tournament. They will get an automatic 2 games guaranteed here in the state playoffs. And Darlington will get a 1 game guaranteed as the 2 seed. Armuchee will be the 3 seed as they beat Dade County earlier, and Dade County will end up being the 4 seed.
And Grayson, if you'd like to, man, we can go ahead and run down the scoring there from the game and wrap things up, because guess what? We got another one coming up.
Oh yeah, that game's supposed to be fierce. I'm looking forward to that game. Implications are huge. It's hard to beat a team 3 times in a season. And right now, Trion is hosting that trophy, getting ready for photos. But right now, let's take a look at the rundown for these stats. Take it away, Matt.
Absolutely. We'll start with the Darlington Lady Tigers, who will come up short here in this game. 58-48 was her final score. 4 points for Sydney Rush. Emmy Grace Wood would have 5. 2 points for Emma Hunt. 7 points chipped in by Audrey Abbott. 9 points for Mia Curley. And then you had 2 points from Presley Dixon. The leading scorer, no surprise there for the Darlington Lady Tigers. She had 16 in the victory against Armuchee in the semifinals. Well, she bested that by 2 tonight. Caroline Jordan picked up 18 points there throughout the 4 quarters of this basketball game. Had a good game, but unfortunately for Darlington, couldn't muster up enough offense to get past this Trion Lady Bulldogs team. On the other side, you had 2 points for Aubrey Hines. You'd have 5 points from Anna Grace Brown. 3 players in double digits tonight for the Trion Lady Bulldogs. 10 points for Aubrey Weaver. 15 points, most of them off free throws. As a matter of fact, 13 of those 15 points were from the charity stripe from Kinsley Turner here in the basketball game. The leading scorer overall, Grayson, was Isaiah McCutcheon, she would pick up 25 points in the basketball game. It was a great night for the Lady Bulldogs. It was a really physical game, really exciting game. I felt like the effort was there for both teams. But tonight, the Trion Lady Bulldogs are the champs, and they were the better team in this one.
And ladies and gentlemen, please don't forget for the next broadcast, we have an exciting one coming up, and I mean exciting. These two teams met in the regular season. Darlington may have won both of them, but Trion did not make it easy on them. This will be an amazing game coming up. I'm expecting a very, very close one. And we'll be back here in around four minutes here for Trion versus Darlington. We'll take it back to the studio. See you in 4 minutes.